If I help, then that means I get the money.
All the money?
About a week ago, the kids were talking to some friends and they learned that their friends were collecting some walnuts to sell. So the kids went to work picking all the walnuts they could find in the near vicinity of the house. Is that all of them? Well, why are you leaving some out there?
Most of them we got. Yeah, the other ones are super bad. Look.
What do you mean they're bad?
They're all brown. Look, see, look.
That's what happens to them. They'll all get brown. That's part of the process. So if they're worth a lot of money, I'd be getting as many as I could.
Auden said that they might be like 7 or 5 cents for one. She got $59 for doing a whole truckload. Well,
that's a lot.
A whole truckload. Like,
Then they must be worth some money.
Like the back of a truck.
Gonna help us?
And we have that.
No, I think it's a good job for kids. If I help, then that means I get the money.
All the money? Well, you could get some.
Do you want to ride?
Wow, this white hair is probably like 100.
What are you smiling at for?
We're gonna get a rich money.
We have a lot to figure out about them, like where do you sell them? But supposedly, Mom just said there's a nut shortage, so that means they're worth more.
Dad, is it like we sell them to the company, but
Every year
they sell them,
that.
but we get the money that the people sell to them?
I don't know.
That's what Autumn said.
There's 2 trees only with nuts.
Yeah, one right there.
Well, I'd be
First one
collecting
and
them, and
the
then we'll
second one.
research it and see what we need to do.
Straight to
If
do.
I'm thinking right, you have to actually get them, let them dry out, let them turn brown, and then I've always heard people run over them to get the hulls, like the outside off.
We ran over a
Guys,
bunch of them.
look, see, look, I'm not squishing it. It says like, look.
So just because,
And then inside is like the walnut
right?
right
So just because they're brown doesn't mean they're bad. Just means they're farther along for some reason. Okay.
Well, I better get heading because it is summer.
Okay. After a few days, I realized that they were pretty serious about it. They had a wheelbarrow, a trailer, buckets, everything they could find to put walnuts in. So I started doing some research on what might entail getting walnuts ready to sell. We looked at a couple things online and saw where one guy had made a contraption to get the hulls off the walnuts. So we made our own version of that, and they went to work on dehulling the walnuts.
So today we are going to make a walnut squisher. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called, but we're gonna drill a hole and we're going to get a walnut and like put it in there and squish it, and then we'll drop it to a bucket. And Dad's working on that right now. So we have a ton of walnuts over here. This wagon, and this wagon.
And we have
full.
3 kiddie pools.
And 3 kiddie pools in the back. Okay. Put this right here.
Actually gonna cut this down a little bit more and cut this down. We got all different size woods here, so we're gonna make everything the same. Yeah, so the kids have been collecting a whole bunch of walnuts, and so now they're trying to figure out a way. You got a walnut?
Yep, I got one.
So they're trying to figure out a way to get all these hulls off, because a fast way, because it's a lot of work to get all them off, and your hands are gonna get all black. So we saw on YouTube someone else made this thing where they put a hole in the bottom of this, a couple different size holes, and then they have some side rails, and then they just shove the walnuts right through the holes, and then it quickly takes most of this off. So we're trying to make one of those.
Or you could squish it with your shoe.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Figured out. That'll work. This is siding, bring back memories of our chicken house.
Yeah.
Building our chicken house.
That siding is the same as that siding over there.
And I'll cut this all straight on the end here, so it's all.
Now we have to drill the hole.
And then they'll put the bucket.
Where's the take home?
This was here when we bought this house. Has all these different size blades, so we can switch out blades and drill some different size holes.
Oh, that's cool.
So you gotta take the screw out.
Oh.
There's 2 of them. It's kind of like a puzzle, honestly.
Are you gonna do the biggest one?
No, that's too big. The whole thing we go through. So you just take them off. You gotta take them all off because you only want the one on that you're using. So let's try this one. You have to put it back together, and you have to fit these in the holes. Oops, I'm not lined up.
Cut it
See that?
And then we put it on drill or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. And we can test it with a wire.
There we go. Okay.
And then put a bucket underneath and smash the walnut. But you have to have gloves or your hands will get stained.
Okay. Gotta be careful because they're sharp. Put a hole here and start with it. Well, let's just do it down the center. And space a few out so we can. Just like that. There's one.
I'm gonna do a different size.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Ow, it's hot.
Yeah, it is probably hot because it just went through the wood.
It's weird that it gets hot when it goes through wood.
Friction.
You should do this
And this one is hot.
second biggest because we have a big one. We have a big one.
Yeah, we have some big walnuts.
And we have some little ones.
No, I don't think we need bigger. I think we need smaller.
We need one more big one.
Yeah, but you're supposed to, the nut itself, go get a really big one and you'll see.
There's a big one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see. And the nut, look at that. See how, look, there's a lot of that stuff stayed on it because the nut itself isn't that big. See that?
Ha!
That did work good though.
All we need is
that?
gloves now.
I think I'm going into the other one. Yep. So there's a smaller hole, and then I think we're gonna go yet another size smaller.
What?
Yep.
That one is tiny.
Layla, we do have some very tiny ones.
I bet this one will be the one you use the most. All right, so you're gonna have to get something to set this on. Set it on a bucket and let's see how it works.
Okay.
Out there though. See, this stuff will stain all this cement. You want to be doing it out where, you know, in the yard or in the driveway where it doesn't matter.
Okay, wait, do we have to have gloves? There you go.
Yeah, we probably
Ready?
should. You
Can I
try
do
a
it?
couple though. Yeah, see, that's way too big of a hole because the whole thing went through it.
That one didn't.
There you go. Look at that.
That's mine.
Alright, let me try it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try this one again.
You might even need a smaller hole.
Yeah.
I bet you do. Yep. Let's get one more small hole. And it does take some.
Yeah,
it
but
does
see,
take
we
some
need
power.
something right here. I'll get another bucket. Let me take this one out.
Yeah, that works. That's good right there. Yeah.
There.
Got a piece of sawdust in my eye.
Another bucket.
This one will probably be good for this anyway. It's still tinier.
There. Am I high job?
Okay, turn off my eyes.
It's in.
No.
Perfect.
Can I try now? You try it, Marcelo. Stuck.
See, it's too small of a hole for it. All right, there you go, guys. You got plenty to do now. Won't be long now. You only got like
600,000.
600, 700, 800
One good.
nuts to do.
No.
I don't know how far they got. How many buckets you guys get done?
Only
Any-
one.
You even get one bucket
Yeah,
done?
just one.
Just
Because
one
it
bucket.
it takes so hard to, because there's some hard ones, so you really have to put.
As I started working on dehulling all the walnuts, I decided we need to figure out where this place is that we're gonna sell them. And I found some information on it. Best I could tell, we didn't really need to dehull them at all, or whatever you call it. You just basically collect the walnuts, take them over there, and they have a machine that actually takes the hulls off the walnuts. And then after they do that, you're just left with the nuts, and they weigh them, and then they pay you based on how many pounds you have after the hulls are removed. So today we're gonna load up all the walnuts that we have here. We got a neighbor that has some walnuts on the ground that we might pick up, and then our local law enforcement officers had someone dump a bunch of walnuts in the back of this cemetery, and the people really don't want them there, so we're gonna go collect those as well. So we're gonna try to get a good pickup load of walnuts today and take them over and sell them. The kids have high hopes that they're gonna be making some serious
Big
money.
bucks.
Big bucks today, huh?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that all pans out.
This is how Sammy was. Now look how wide it is here.
have in here.
Okay. So we have the big trailer we need to do. Looks like blood.
I don't know yet. Pull that over there.
That kiddie pool,
Do we have any other
kiddie
buckets?
pool, and
besides
that kiddie
these
pool.
two?
Yeah.
Need to find any empty buckets.
I'll go get some.
Hey, I'll go get.
Let's work. You said it doesn't work.
I'm trying to scoop it without using my hands.
Yeah, you have to. Well, that's a good start, wouldn't you say? So you're not going to shell them?
Nope.
No, they shell them there. They got a machine that does it.
We're gonna have to have a lot over there now.
All right, well, on to the next stop. And then we're going to put these back in here too.
Wow, this is a cool one. It's black on that side.
What is that?
Snail or slug?
That wasn't good.
Our next stop is picking up more walnuts at a cemetery. So that's gonna be fun. So that's what we're doing now.
We don't quite have a load, but we're getting pretty close. We just talked to our neighbors and they informed us, how many trees did he say he has in the back? 10 walnut trees in the back of his property that we didn't know about. And they're pretty good sized walnuts, so the kids have quite a bit of work ahead of them. There they are, folks.
Oh, there's another pile there.
Yeah. Oh, and there's all along here there's some actually. Well guys, we're not gonna run out. Oh, right here's a whole huge pile. Yeah. All right, let's get to work.
I'm gonna have a shovel to do. Good?
Good. I think
Yep.
that I gotta find it.
Get down, bud.
Can I dump this, Dad? I think that's a truckload.
Put in our
Are
bucket.
you happy with that amount?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see
How much money we get?
how much we get for that. That was a lot of picking up. That took a lot of walnuts to get a full truckload. And if I had my guess, it's probably barely gonna pay for the gas seat over there.
Well, Dad,
I
Did
need
they-
to show him something.
they say this is enough. So I guess we're gonna shut it down and head over and see how the rest of the process goes.
I gotta show them this kind of mushroom. I'm gonna show you a kind of mushroom. Right here.
Here's one. Here's one that's not popped yet.
I like popping them. Sometimes.
Riley, look, there's one right here.
Sometimes they squirt out water. They pop. I know. Just stomp on them. Well, that's all I wanted to show you. Dad's coming out with some pizza.
Well, guys, they were pretty limited on what they had.
Juice.
They only had pepperoni or like extra pepperoni.
So we got pepperoni.
So I got pepperoni.
Okay.
It says go nuts. We buy black walnuts. Oh, there's even a line here. You have to get in line to get rid of your walnuts. Okay, well, that's crazy. There must be some money involved then. Wow. It's interesting. There's quite a few people in line here, and they hardly have any walnuts. So they're either get a little bit of money for them that amounts to something, or maybe people are it's just a way for them to get rid of them. They don't have like a place to dump them or whatever. It's kind of weird. There's quite a little line of people here waiting to get rid of their walnuts. We got rid of our pizza, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Layla wishes there was more pizza because she wants something to do.
I'm just still hungry.
Look at all these walnuts. Crazy. Who would have thought? Quite the operation. Truck's squatting a little bit from all of our walnuts. Like you can tell we got a load. Squatting down a little bit.
Mama, stop. There's 310 pounds. But I'll get one. What? If we each get $20, then I'd probably do it again. Yeah. Still falling like rain.
much do you think?
$200. Well, you said that guy that had 100 pounds would be either $30 or $15, and if 30 didn't have 150.
Yeah, because we had 500 and I mean,
All that for $106.
So how much would we each get?
I guess that's something, right?
Yep.
Would you always like share that whole money?
In one way or another, yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. It was interesting. We learned a lot of things. The guy got a little upset with us when we showed up because I think he'd had a rough day and we showed up with a whole truckload. But that's what they want, is obviously they want nuts. So we brought them nuts. So anyway, it's kind of cool. Now the kids have a way if they want to make a little extra money. They're welcome to collect walnuts. And when they collect enough, I'll bring them over and they can walk with a little money.
Lord bless it that we should go earlier.
Yeah, we're probably going to go earlier next time just so that the guy isn't as agitated. He hasn't had as many customers to deal with. But otherwise, it was a pretty good experience and we learned a lot, and we have a lot more opportunities for walnuts. So the kids have a lot that they can get on their golf cart and go get. So now they all have a part-time job.
I think we